Welcome to the StockPulse Newsroom. Talking Silver Viper Minerals today. Silver Viper trades as VIPR on the Toronto Venture Exchange, VIPRF on the OTC markets in the States. I've got with me now the CEO, Steve Cope. Steve, appreciate you taking the time here. Of course, working the La Virginia project in Mexico. So I guess I haven't seen you since the symposium in the fall. How things been going here? Why don't you catch investors up on your 21? I know a lot accomplished for the company.
Yeah, I mean, 2021 was a big year for the company. We came out with the maiden resource on the project. That was 700,000 gold equivalent ounces, split kind of almost 50-50 gold and silver, which is almost 50 million ounces of silver. So that was great. Huge catalyst for the company. We've continued to expand on our Rubi discovery. Towards the end of the year, we started exploring on some of our other, previously untested targets. We started on the Paradonis target, which, we don't have any results back from yet. But again, it was a nice looking breccia zone from visually what we're looking at the core. So we're hoping that we can run into some gold and silver in that breccia. From there, we're going to move up to La Colmena. But yeah, it was a great year for the company. We did over 20,000 meters of drilling again. Had lots of success, and like I say, the maiden resource being the major kind of milestone that every company was looking for.
Yeah, certainly a lot to build on here as we move through 22. Hopefully you get a little better year in the market. I know not a lot of gratitude from last year, certainly a flat one, I guess, if you will. So yeah, moving forward here, give us the game plan here. What's got you excited moving forward here in 2022?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we just at the very end of the year we started testing that Paradonis target. So hopefully we can make. I'm always hopeful that we can make a brand new discovery there or one of the other targets up, in that east of El Rubi. We've continued to expand on El Rubi itself, so I'd be looking for a resource, later this year, upgrading that maiden resource. And for us, it's been kind of painful for us, but it's been, I guess, a function of COVID and getting equipment into Mexico. But we've been waiting to do this 3D IP geophysics survey on El Rubi and testing with the idea that we're going to test this model of the big win at El Rubi is going to be at depth. And that was one of the reasons, Quentin Hennig did a deep dive on the company and really looked at it. And why Crescat took a large investment in our group was the idea that there's a contact down deeper in the system where you're going to hit bonanza gold grades of gold, silver, and base metals. And so we got to do that geophysics to show us where that contact is. And then we're going to bring in a larger rig and start testing that contact to see if, we're accurate on what type of system this thing really is. So that's really exciting. And that geophysics will finally be starting here in the next week or so. It was supposed to start in August, but, we finally have gotten the equipment through for Quantec to get their gear into Mexico to do our 3D IP, and the gear is en route to site. So that is setting us up for some exciting stuff. That's what gets me really excited in our industry is new discoveries and the potential of hitting something, major. Which, I mean, we've already hit a lot at Ruby, but if this can turn into what one of these types of similar deposits around the world that tend to be, 4 or 5 plus million ounces of gold, equivalent type deposits, that would obviously be something that gets me very excited for my career and our team. And so we'll be testing that here very shortly. And that, if that hits, obviously that's a major game changer for the company.
Well, certainly a big year on tap, it sounds like, and you're, of course, at the mercy of other people here, I guess, with timelines and all that. So I guess I'll reel in a bit here. Give us the micro view here next 30, 60 days. Maybe a look at the treasury. How much capital you have to pull all this off?
Yeah, so like I said, right now there's a rig testing the Paradonis target, our man-portable rig there. The geophysics starts in a week. That'll take about a month to complete, just over a month. And then from there, once we have those results and we can see where that contact is, we're going to add that larger rig to come in and start testing El Rubi at depth and pushing El Rubi to the north. So you'll see, I mean, again, I don't know, I can't make promises on the lab turnaround times because they've been incredibly slow. But, that's kind of what we're looking at is potential for new discoveries up on the stuff east of El Rubi, potential for something major at depth on El Rubi and expanding the existing zone to the north along the plateau. And that's going to be our main near-term focus over the next, you say 3, 4, 5 months.
Okay, we'll leave it there. I appreciate that update, and we'll look forward to when you hit the wire again here. That's Steve Cope, CEO, Silver Viper Minerals, VIPR, Toronto Venture Exchange, VIPRF, OTC markets in the States. Again, Steve, thanks for the time, and we'll check back in when you hit the wire again.
Thanks, Rob. It's always fun. Always a pleasure.